All right, welcome back into the Sports Source for this 29-second segment. Brought to you by Parkside Cabin Rentals, parksidecabinrentals.com. Folks, if you're looking for your own personal, perfect getaway spot in the Smoky Mountains, these are the guys to trust. The Ogle family's been doing it since the Great Smoky Mountain National Park first became a national park. That's how long they've been in the hospitality business, and you can imagine how well they do their jobs. Parkside Cabin Rentals has more choices in terms of layouts and designs of any cabin place up there. It really doesn't compare. ParksideCabinRentals.com. See for yourself. All right. Tennessee played a terrific schedule against some really big-name teams. It was a great schedule. They were never out of the top 25 all season. The first 20 games were often low-scoring slogs, which I think made it difficult to watch at times. But the last 2 months made for the best stretch run in UT history, 13 wins after February 1st. That ties the best mark ever. You get on a roll. Your offensive efficiency jumps like 20 points because of the way you're playing. You win the SEC tournament for the first time in 43 years. You enter the tournament as the number 5 team in the nation, and then you lose to a 17, 14, 11 seed. It is what it is. What's the grade for the season? How much? That doesn't negate everything. It's a tournament sport. So that's what the prism everybody looks at it through. But this was still a darn good year.
For me, because I've been tooting the whole horn about it's tournament sport, I'd love to give it an A, but when you get upset in the second round, I give it a B. I mean, prior to that, all the success that you mentioned would absolutely be an A, but I think it ends up being a B for the season.
I go A-. I would give it an A except for the loss to Michigan in the tournament. You did win the SEC tournament. John, you pointed out the loss to Alabama, which if you had 2 players there, you might have won the SEC.
Yep.
You won 15 of your last 16 SEC games, so I'll go A- with the minus being because you lost to Michigan.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, how many times have we said basketball is a tournament sport? To me, the bar for this team was to get to the Sweet 16. You came up short of that. To me, I wouldn't give it any higher than a B, and I guess that's what it would be, a B.
Yeah, I'm giving them an A for sure because I'm with Jimmy. I had them at an A+, because I felt like we could have won the SEC regular season. We did win the SEC tournament first time since '79. I'd rather win the SEC tournament than go to the Sweet 16 any day. So I'm giving them an A.
Okay, I was going to ask that question.
We get some hardware, man. You don't get any hardware from going to Sweet 16. We went there, we lost. It's no different. It's only going to be one winner, and there's no more victory. So.
But I tell you what, but if you lose in the SEC tournament, you're still playing. You lose in the round of 32, you're done.
Would you have traded a win
you
versus
win
Michigan?
It all or you don't, man.
Yeah.
Would you have traded the SEC tournament title for
I
win
want to be
versus
going,
Michigan?
you know, what's
100%. I would. I'd trade the SEC tournament championship to go to the Sweet 16.
I would not,
lose.
but I would trade it for the Elite 8.
You can't get.
Wait a second, and lose.
And
You're the guy that only takes
you
Tennessee
saying
to
go,
win.
but you're saying go into the Sweet 16
No, you'd still
tournament.
be alive.
Well,
Yeah, I'm saying he's still
I mean, if
playing.
you don't still win it all, yeah, I'd rather win the NCAA tournament than the SEC
So you have
tournament.
a chance at it. Is what
Yeah.
you're
Yeah,
saying.
but
Yeah.
the way he's saying, the bar was a Sweet 16, so okay, if we meet the bar of going to the Sweet 16 and lose, I don't want to do that. I'd rather win the SEC
But didn't you-
tournament.
I went to the season thinking, look, compete for an SEC. We all said this: compete for the SEC title, and reach the Sweet 16. They competed for the SEC title. If not for COVID, they probably win the thing, at least a piece of it. Then you win the SEC tournament. That counts for something. You bust out and you don't make the Sweet 16. That's disappointing, but 2 out of 3 you hit on. So I'm with Jimmy. I'll give it an A-. The minus being the Michigan loss, the crap out at the end. In terms of
You also lost Olivia Cumwa during the season, which was another
yeah.
factor.
Okay. Zakai Ziegler, Kennedy Chandler, thoughts on them? I mean, Chandler, the way both those guys played well for freshman guards. It became after the Texas game. I'm wondering if you have the guard play to make a deep run. Well, they didn't make a deep run, but by the end of the season, you're looking at it saying it's those 2 freshman guards that are the best part of the team. Credit to Chandler and Zakai Ziegler on a great year.
We had I was doing a radio show out of I think it was Memphis the other day, and they said, "Well, you got a freshman point guard. Isn't that a big concern?" No, not when you got Kennedy Chandler. Also, freshman guards play pretty darn good by now, right? They're typically sophomores. Kennedy Chandler to me was the best player on the court, no doubt, for Tennessee. Maybe the best player on the court other than Dickinson for Michigan.
Let me throw out some other kudos here, and you guys can throw in any others you want. Josiah Jordan-James, the way he evolved after the Texas game, he became just a spectacular team leader. I thought he was fantastic. He was everything people have been waiting to see. Santiago Vescovi had a bad night, worst game of the year probably. To me, he was your MVP all season long. Contributed across the board. He filled up your stat sheet. If he wasn't doing this, then I'm doing this instead. He was all effort.
Yeah.
I thought those guys deserve a lot of credit this year. Is there anybody else?
Euros. I mean, he kept you in. From the start of the game, he was there getting
yesterday?
rebounds.
I'm talking about
doing the
season.
30. Yeah, well, I mean, even from the Vanderbilt game on, when Tennessee started turning it around. I mean, I think he did some good things for you.
5 seconds, people.
I can't go there, but I'll go with Ziegler and Chandler and James. I thought Ziegler gave him a boost off the bench.
I do, and Brandon Huntley Hatfield, excited about the potential that you saw the last 2 months of the season. There's some excitement in what's coming.
All right. Well, let's hang on to that. We'll talk about that next when we discuss the job Rick Barnes did. Come on back.